Okay. Introspective conversation with me this morning. I'm just doing some introspective work and having an introspective conversation. Um, I don't know if you're like me who feels you wake up one morning and discover that all those years you kind of like didn't know who you were. You just leave. I don't know if you feel the way I feel. Um, for so long, I felt I slept on my life. I didn't realize my potentials. I didn't realize my my ableness. I didn't realize my brilliance. I didn't realize my capacity. I didn't realize my intelligence. I slept on me. And so 20s, 30s, 40s, now I'm 49, just realizing who I am. I know it sounds crazy, but that is how I feel. And it's kind of a bit sad because you're like, this woman is packed with so much. How did she not know it all those years? Um, like I just slept on my life. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm doing so much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the real me was like under the waters for years. I was just surviving. And then having to get to 49 and realize that, man, babe, it's about time, girl. It's about time you start thriving. And that is the realization I have come to. I'm being very open this morning because at some point I felt, how did you just sleep on in kitchen? There's so much. There's so much about you. How did you just let things slip by? Making babies, your regular job. I just slept on my life. And right now, I have woken up. And you feel the same way I'd felt. In fact, last year was just that pivot where I felt, you know what? I grinded myself. I'm like, hey, stop, girl. Just stop. Stop everything you're doing. I did. I stopped everything I was doing because I felt, I wasn't thriving. I was just surviving. And then I began to unpack a whole lot of things, and it began in my mindset. I didn't think I was good enough to be here. I didn't see myself in the dimension that I ought to see myself. At some point, I had to cry because I was like, people see you differently. How come I didn't see who I was? How come I didn't see my greatness? How come I didn't see my uniqueness? How come I didn't see me? And now I see me. I see me. I see me. I see me. My God, when I began to see me, sometimes I feel like crying because you're like, what a waste. How did I just waste those years? What was I thinking? And then I realized that it was my mindset. The mental picture I had of Nkechi wasn't of greatness. The picture I had about me wasn't of something this huge. I had belittled myself. The picture I had of me was very little. I didn't think I could blossom and be big because I couldn't see it up here. I couldn't see me up here. I couldn't see the big picture up here about myself. I could not see it. And now I see it. Now I see it. I was telling someone, I just saw me. I just saw Nkechi. I just saw me. For the very first time, I just saw me. I'm being open this morning because I think there could be somebody, who's feeling the same way. I just saw me. And I had to see myself at 49. I just saw me. I just saw me. I allowed everything else to suck me out. I never saw who I was. But now I see me. And it's beautiful to see me. And it's exhilarating to see me now. And because I did one thing, I had a mind shift. I had a mind shift. And that mind shift began last year. And I began to go through personal development courses. And I began to restudy. I began to find out who I was, discover my purpose again. Yeah, again. And then began to realign myself with, what I should be. And I got the picture of me. And guess what? It's not late. At 49, it's not late. It's not. Come on, it's not. It's not. So I'm so super excited that I found me and I am at a point, at a pivot where I'm going to unpack me, unveil me. I'm at that point where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna bring out this lady out. I'm gonna bring out this woman out. I'm gonna bring out this girl out. And it's about time to bring her out. Show who she really is and what she's capable of doing. And that is so awesome for me. And I thought to share with you this morning that if you're in that same position, which is why I have designed the Better Me series, because I had to go through that and become a better version and recreate me and bring out the best version of me. And so I do a whole lot to myself. Oh my God, I went to school. I went to personal development school. I schooled myself all over again. I said, hey girl, let's start building a whole lot into you, put a whole lot into you, unpack, unveil, take out the old codes, put new codes into the system. And that's exactly what I've just done for myself.